Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we talk about all things fandom on this channel and we talk about them in a positive way. If that's something that appeals to you, you know you've come to the right place. We are so happy to have you here. And today is Terrifying Tuesday. On Terrifying Tuesday, of course, we talk about all things horror. Now, today is no different as we have some Jason Voorhees news to talk about. That's right, Friday the 13th's TV show Crystal Lake has got an update. It has been confirmed that a certain actress has signed on. So let's jump right into it. All right, so we have to talk a little bit about this Crystal Lake TV series because apparently one of the casting rumors has turned out to be a fact. And that is a little over a month ago, Jeff Snyder, who is a scooper, was talking about Linda Cardellini playing none other than Pamela Voorhees. And we speculated on this channel that she would make a pretty good Pamela Voorhees. And I put it off to you guys. And for the most part, everyone kind of said that they thought she would make a pretty good Pamela Voorhees. To which I said, if you haven't seen Strangeland though, check out Strangeland, because the movie Strangeland is one that she excels in, and she plays sort of a character in that. She's not a bad guy in it, but it is sort of telling because she can do horror. And that's something that's important if you're going to be in a horror movie. Can you scream? Can you bring that to the table? And with this character, especially of Pamela Voorhees, we need someone who is believable, not just as the psychotic Pamela Voorhees, but also as that hurt and scared mother trying to protect her kid. And or trying to avenge her kid, I should say. But you know, that's what we need. And I think that Linda would actually be very good in this role. What exactly has been said? Well, this is part where we kind of have to get a bit into mild spoiler territory. However, this is still all rumor. The show is not out yet. It is not anywhere near coming out yet. So all of this is still subject to change. So take it all with a grain of salt. But the rumor goes like this. Pamela Voorhees is a wannabe singer, and she gives up her hopes and dreams to take care of her child with disabilities. This is Jason Voorhees, of course, and when something happens to him, she devotes her life to revenge. So that's kind of a telling thing about the character. Adds a bit of backstory we previously didn't have, and I think it's very intriguing. So the other thing that we kind of already know about the Friday the 13th series is we know from the rumors and we know from the lawsuit that Jason Voorhees was initially thought to be off limits. We also know that they can, in fact, since it's streaming and there is some sort of loophole, they can use any version of Jason Voorhees that they want to do. So once again, this is sort of a good thing as well, because not only are we possibly getting a backstory for his mom, but we could potentially follow this up with Jason Voorhees in the future. So I think what that means is that once this Pamela Voorhees origin story is over, we're going to be getting Jason. And there's been nothing that has said that we wouldn't at this point. In fact, after that initial rumor stated that we wouldn't be able to get Jason, and they told us we would be able to get any incarnation of Jason, and that they would be possibly open to taking him to space if they got as far as 10. That right there is a good thing. But I do like this idea more and more of us starting off with Pamela Voorhees. It was the very first movie, and if they are going to be adapting every movie into sort of a season of the show, that would be something to do. Now, the other thing that I kind of speculated that I think would have been cool, and potentially they might do this as well, but I have no knowledge that they would. Just, I think this would be a cool idea, is if they went sort of in between the movies. Like, what if we got the origin of Pamela Voorhees before chapter 1? And then we get to see the in-between of a couple of the movies. Now, it could also interact to where we would get to see parts of the movie play out. But there's so much that goes on in those movies, in fact, that you could sort of jump between and potentially have Jason going and taking care of other people as well. You could also be doing the same thing to Pamela Voorhees. Where is Pamela Voorhees during most of the movie? She's not at the camp killing them the entire time. She is doing other things. So I think part of this would be sort of going in between, sort of building on the lore we already know. And I think that's going to be important. And if you're going to do that, you are going to need an actress to play Pamela Voorhees that's going to be believable in doing that. You're going to need someone that people can sort of like, even though she's kind of evil. And I think that having Linda Cardellini would be really great for that. If they do this right, they could potentially even stretch out the Pamela Voorhees origin story to be a few seasons if they wanted to. I don't think they're going to do that. Not being that they can use Jason. I do think that we will get one season, maybe even 1.5 seasons possibly, where we get to see Pamela Voorhees, and then she would be available throughout the series for these flashbacks or other things. And like I had speculated before, they could even pick up with Jason at whatever point they want and do an origin story that's sort of done in flashbacks, where we're getting to see parts of this origin story play out, intermingling with some of the things that are going on in present day. I think that would be a really fun way to do it, and I'm not opposed to them doing it that way. But this actress is going to be amazing in this role. She has officially, according to everything, signed on to be in the show. And I think that's a game changer because I think she's wonderful and I can't wait to see the series. I can't wait to see how they handle the Pamela Voorhees stuff and how they handle the Jason Voorhees stuff. But I want to know what you guys think. Are you still excited for the Crystal Lake TV series? Do you think she will make an awesome version of Pamela Voorhees? And do you think that if she is Pamela Voorhees that we will get to see more than one season of her? Do you think we'll get to see her in flashbacks and it will be Jason as the main enemy? Or do you think that it's going to be an origin story that's going to go over the course of a few seasons and Jason will never actually appear in the forms that he takes in the sequels? As always, I want to hear from you guys, so make sure you're leaving me that comment in the comment box below. Let me know what you think. Also, don't forget to share this video with all of your friends. They're going to want to be a part of this crazy conversation as well. And then don't forget to hit that like button. It's free, it helps the channel, and we really do appreciate it. Then make sure you hit that subscribe button. And while you're down there, hit that notification bell as well so you don't miss a single video we do. And friends, at the end of the day, I know it, you know it. Fandom is family.